In Omaha, Nebraska, there's a special place. It's called the Alpine Inn. This restaurant is famous for its delicious fried chicken, but it's also known for something else quite unique. Every evening, after the diners have gone home, a different kind of guest arrives. Wild raccoons gather here. They come for the leftovers from the kitchen. This tradition has been going on for many, many years. It's a fascinating sight to behold, a real slice of local culture. These nightly gatherings offer a rare glimpse of wildlife up close. The raccoons, with their masked faces and nimble paws, are the stars. They emerge from the surrounding woods. They know that a meal awaits them. Dozens of them can appear on any given night. Families visiting the inn often stay to watch this spectacle. It creates a connection between people and these curious creatures. Children gaze in wonder at the animals. The raccoons seem almost tame, but they are truly wild. This interesting practice shows a different way of interacting with nature. It's a local legend. What exactly do these raccoons eat? The Alpine Inn generously shares its kitchen scraps. This includes leftover chicken bones and pieces of meat. They also get other food items that would otherwise be thrown away. It's a way for the restaurant to reduce its food waste. The raccoons certainly don't seem to mind the menu. They eagerly devour the offerings. This relationship between the inn and the raccoons is long-standing. It has become an integral part of the Alpine Inn's identity, a tradition passed down. This unique situation at the Alpine Inn sparks a bigger conversation. Is feeding wild animals a good idea? What are the impacts, both positive and negative? It makes us think about our relationship with the natural world. How do we coexist with the creatures that share our planet? The Alpine Inn's story is a starting point. It helps us explore these important questions. We need to understand all sides of this issue. It's about finding a balance. Let's delve deeper into this. While feeding wildlife might seem kind, there are downsides. Animals can become too dependent on humans for food. They might forget how to forage for themselves naturally. This is a crucial survival skill for any wild animal. If the human food source suddenly stops, they can suffer. They might struggle to find enough food on their own. This dependency can alter their natural behaviors. It can make them less wild, less self-sufficient. This reliance is a serious concern for wildlife experts. It's something we must consider carefully. Another big concern is the health of the animals. Human foods are not always good for wildlife. Processed foods, bread, or scraps can lack proper nutrients. They can even make animals sick. Also, when many animals gather in one feeding spot, diseases can spread. This can happen between the animals themselves. Sometimes these diseases can even pass to humans or pets. Close contact at feeding stations increases this risk significantly. The health of the animal population can be put in jeopardy. This is a serious public health consideration too. Animals that get used to being fed by people can lose their natural fear. This is called habituation. They might start to approach humans boldly, expecting food. This can lead to them becoming nuisances. They might raid trash cans or damage property. In some cases, habituated animals can even become aggressive. If they don't get the food they expect, they might bite or scratch. This puts both people and the animals at risk of harm. It's a dangerous situation for everyone involved. A wild animal should remain wild. Feeding one specific species can also upset the local ecosystem. It can lead to an unnaturally large population of that animal. These inflated numbers can put pressure on other native species. They might compete more for resources or space. The natural balance of predator and prey can be disrupted. The whole delicate web of life can be affected. It's important to think about the wider ecological impact. Our actions, even with good intentions, can have unintended consequences. We must be mindful of the entire environment. Nature has its own ways of balancing things. However, there can be positives to feeding wildlife responsibly. Sometimes supplemental feeding can genuinely help animals. This is especially true during very harsh weather conditions. Think about a long, cold winter with deep snow. Natural food sources might become incredibly scarce. In such cases, a little help can mean survival for some creatures. It can help them get through a tough period. This is often done carefully by wildlife rehabilitation centers. But even small, thoughtful acts can make a difference. It's about providing support when nature is at its toughest. Let's also think about the massive amount of food we waste. So much perfectly good food ends up in landfills every single day. Globally, tons and tons of edible food are thrown out. This is a huge environmental problem in itself. So the question arises, why can't some of this go to animals? Places like the Alpine Inn are doing just that on a small scale. They are redirecting food from the trash to the raccoons. It seems like a more sensible use of these resources. Could this be a partial solution to food waste? It's an idea worth exploring further with proper guidelines. Feeding wildlife, when done thoughtfully, can also be educational. It can create opportunities for people to learn about local animals. Seeing wildlife up close can foster a sense of connection. It can spark curiosity and appreciation for nature. This is especially true for children. An experience like watching the Alpine Inn raccoons can be unforgettable. It can inspire a lifelong interest in wildlife and conservation. When people feel connected to animals, they are more likely to protect them. This understanding and empathy are crucial for conservation efforts. Education is a powerful tool for change. Moreover, in a world where humans have taken so much, giving back feels right. Our activities have pushed many animal populations to the brink. Responsible feeding, in certain controlled situations, can be a small gesture. It's a way of showing compassion and acknowledging our impact. It's not the ultimate solution to habitat loss or pollution, of course, but it can be one piece of a larger puzzle of coexistence. It is a way to show we care. It's about making a conscious choice to help, not harm. This can be a step towards a more harmonious relationship. A little kindness can go a long way. We humans have drastically changed the planet. Wildlife habitats have suffered greatly because of our actions. We have taken so much land for our cities and farms. Deforestation is a massive problem. Forests are cleared and animals lose their homes. They are left with fewer places to live and find food. Wetlands are drained and grasslands are paved over. This relentless expansion has devastating effects. Many species are struggling to survive in shrinking territories. Their natural world is disappearing before their eyes. Pollution is another huge threat that we've created. Our industries and agriculture release harmful chemicals. These toxins find their way into rivers, lakes, and soil. Water pollution kills fish and other aquatic life. It makes water unsafe for animals to drink. Plastic waste is choking our oceans. Millions of tons of plastic end up in the sea every year. Marine animals like turtles, whales, and seabirds ingest this plastic. They get entangled in it, leading to injury or death. The scale of this pollution is truly alarming. Some people say planting trees is the answer. And yes, planting trees is a good thing. It helps. But it is not enough on its own to fix the damage. We need to do much more than just reforestation. We must actively work to reduce all forms of pollution. We need to protect the habitats that still exist. We need to create corridors for wildlife to move safely. We need to rethink our consumption patterns. The problem is complex and requires many solutions. A single action, like planting trees, won't solve everything. Ultimately, we need to take responsibility for our impact. It is our duty to help wildlife thrive again. We share this planet with countless other species. Their well-being is connected to our own. We must learn to coexist with nature, not just dominate it. Think about all the food that is wasted every day. Why can't more of it be used to support struggling animal populations carefully? We have taken so much from the natural world. Isn't helping wildlife in thoughtful and responsible ways the least we can do? Let's embrace a future where humans and wildlife can flourish together.